Number 1. The son of the soil.
Beginning. Ali belonged to a poor family in a small village near the northern border. From childhood, he dreamed of wearing the green uniform of the Pakistan Army. He was not the strongest boy in his class, but he was the most disciplined, and everyone knew he would one day serve his country.
Middle. After years of hard training, Ali was posted at a lonely checkpost high in the mountains. The winters were cruel, and the danger was constant, yet he never complained. He often wrote to his mother that protecting the homeland was the greatest honor of his life. One freezing night, a group of terrorists attacked the post under the cover of darkness. Bullets tore through the silence. His fellow soldiers were caught off guard, but Ali stayed calm. "Hold your positions and trust each other," he shouted. He pushed 2 wounded comrades behind a rock and returned fire to give them cover. The fighting lasted for hours, but the enemy could not break through. Ali's courage saved his entire unit, though he himself was badly wounded. When the news reached his village, people gathered outside his home with tears of pride in their eyes, and the whole nation honored the young soldier who had risked everything for his country. That is why the nation considers him a role model. Moral. True patriotism is proved through courage and sacrifice, not through words.
Number 2. The price of honesty.
Beginning. Hamza was a hard-working student of grade 11 at a government college. His family was poor, and he knew that only good marks could change his future. He studied late into the night, while many of his classmates looked for easy shortcuts.
Middle. A few days before the board examination, a classmate secretly offered him a copy of the leaked question paper.
"Everyone is using it,"
the boy whispered.
"Take it, or you will be left behind."
For a moment, Hamza felt tempted because he needed the marks badly. But his conscience refused to rest. He thought of his teachers, his parents, and his own self-respect. The next morning, instead of using the paper, he quietly informed the principal about the leak. An inquiry was held, and the cheating group was caught before the examination. Hamza appeared in the examination with honest preparation and scored excellent marks through his own effort. The college awarded him a scholarship and praised his character in front of the whole assembly. His story spread through the town as an example of true integrity. That is why everyone considered him a role model. Moral. Honesty earns a respect that no mark sheet can ever provide.
Number 3. Lost in the forest.
Beginning. Last spring, our college arranged a study trip to a thick forest near the northern hills. We were thrilled, for it was our first outdoor learning trip. Our teacher warned us firmly to stay together and never wander off the marked path. Middle. The forest was beautiful, full of tall pines, singing birds, and narrow, winding trails. After lunch, my friend Ali noticed a bright butterfly and quietly followed it deeper among the trees, certain he was only a few steps away from us. But the trees closed in around him, and the path vanished. The forest grew dark and silent, and strange rustling sounds came from the bushes. His heart began to pound. He wanted to run, but then he remembered our teacher's words. If you are ever lost, stay in one place and call for help. He sat beside a large tree and began to shout.
Meanwhile, our teacher counted heads and realized Ali was missing. Without panic, he informed the forest guard, formed a search party, and we spread out, calling Ollie's name again and again through the trees.
And after almost an hour, a guard caught the sound of Ollie's tired voice. We found him sitting under the tree, frightened but unharmed. Our teacher embraced him with relief, and the whole group thanked God for his safety. That day, Ollie learned never to leave the group again. Moral: a single careless step can turn enjoyment into danger, so discipline is necessary everywhere. Number 4. The Brave Daughter. Beginning, Aisha was a quiet but responsible student who lived in a small town near Haripur. Every morning, she walked to college along the same road, greeting the shopkeepers and helping younger children cross safely. Middle. One winter morning, she saw thick smoke rising from a school van parked on the roadside. The driver had stepped away, and frightened children were trapped inside, banging on the windows and crying for help. A crowd gathered, but most people only watched in panic. Aisha did not waste a second. She picked up a heavy stone, broke the side window, and pulled the children out one by one. Her hands were cut, but she did not stop until the last child was safe. And moments later, the van burst into flames, but every child had already been rescued. The news reached the district administration, and Aisha was honored with a bravery award in a public ceremony. Newspapers carried her photograph, and her college declared her the pride of the institution. That is why the nation considers her a role model. Moral: courage has no age and no gender. It lives in the heart that refuses to look away. Number 5. A brave rescue. Beginning. It was a warm afternoon when a few of us were playing near the village canal. The water flowed quietly, and we were busy laughing and skipping stones across its surface. Middle. Among us was a small boy named Sad, who wandered too close to the slippery edge. Before anyone could warn him, the muddy bank gave way, and he slipped straight into the deep, fast-moving water. For a moment, we froze in horror. Sad's arms flailed as the current pulled him along, and his cries for help filled the air. None of us knew how to swim, and panic spread among the children. Then one boy, Junaid, kept his head. Instead of jumping in, he grabbed a long branch lying nearby, lay flat on the bank, and stretched it out toward Saad. "Hold on tight," he shouted. Saad gripped the branch, and with the help of the others, Junaid slowly pulled him to safety. And, soaked and trembling, Saad was finally back on solid ground. The villagers who rushed over praised Junaid for his quick and wise thinking. A precious life had been saved by a clear head rather than a reckless leap. His bravery, guided by wisdom, saved a precious life.